Okay, welcome here at the Fuchsberg Center of Conservative Judaism. And here is exhibition from my artwork. And these include some illustrations, black and white, which I made for my dear mother's memories. These illustrations. She wrote her memories when she was 75 and she survived the Holocaust, Auschwitz. And this is illustrations for Josef Begun, who was a Soviet dissident, and he was forced to be in prisons for 10 years in Sibir. After that, he was allowed to come to Israel. Now he is giving his presentations. He is talking about his survival, and these illustrations are for his presentations.
Hello.
Hello. And this is our dear Rabbi, Ron. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, dear Rabbi.
My pleasure for this magnificent and professional looking exhibition.
Thank you. And these are two illustrations, historical illustrations, which are called Rescuers, which I made for the request of my dear friend Larry Pfeffer, who is very concerned to show the world this part of this hard history, difficult history, which Europe went through. This one is about
Hillel Cook.
Hillel Cook. You will have to cut it. Hillel Cook, how he organized help from the White House and organized march of the rabbis to the White House in 43 it was, 43, to help the Jews in Europe, which was until then as if not known. So this is the illustration of that historical, very, very complex historical time. And this is this as well. This illustration describes this historical moment when, with the help of cooperation of a diplomat, Mantel, and Swiss pastor, and Rabbi Mandelbaum, and
Gizzy Fleischmann.
Gizzy Fleischmann from Bratislava. They were underground and they uncovered the information about what was happening in Auschwitz in 43. Until then, the world as if didn't know what was happening. So this is two illustrations of that period. And here there are illustrations of my family roots. These are illustrations of my family roots. I was born in Slovakia, and in a lucky time, as if, because I was born after the Second World War and my parents came out of the Holocaust alive, so that's why I am here. And in fact, my time was very easy compared to theirs. Here, for instance, this picture I call family heritage. It is my grandparents and my father as a boy. And for instance, my grandfather, whom I didn't know since he perished in the Holocaust, but he was a soldier in the First World War, and he was for 4 years or 5 years in the war, and my dad didn't even know him. He didn't know his son. My dad didn't know him. He was born in 1913, so when he was 1 year old, his dad was gone. And he came back only 1918. So that was a very difficult time. And then, of course, they had to go through the Holocaust when they were, that's where they perished. So this painting describes this atmosphere in my own soul, in fact. This is atmosphere of my roots. This, for instance, is an interior of the synagogue, which was in my hometown, which was destroyed as well. The communists destroyed it eventually. It is the same synagogue like here. So this is my father with the talit, as I remember him. And here he is blessing us children. That was my good memory from him, that he used to bless us every Friday evening. And here this little baby is his brother, small brother, who perished in the Holocaust. And this is my mother, may her memory be blessed, on the road of our hometown. And her pure soul, baby soul, above. And this is called the labyrinth. It is the labyrinth of life. And here I try to imagine my grandfather, how he left his home, his mother, and through the labyrinth of life, it is giving me the impression that he entered in Holocaust. And this one is called the broken violin, and here I remember our neighbor, Emil Weiss was his name, who survived the Holocaust. He climbed out of hromadný hrob. This is in Czech. How do you translate it into English? Well, he was shot into a hole with other...
Or mass grave.
Mass grave, yes. Mass grave. And all his family perished. He somehow succeeded staying alive and climbed out. And I knew him when I was a young girl. He used to play violin, very, very sad violin. So that's what I try to paint here. And this one is called Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. It means holy, 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 like my ancestors. This is me and my brother as children, and mother and father and their parents and their parents and their parents and their parents until Ein Sof, until infinity. So that's what I was imagining and feeling through this painting, and giving feeling of holiness into my ancestors, with my soul. And these two lions are, one of them is the lion of Yehuda, the Jewish lion. And the other lion is the Czech lion, who they have the lion for this symbol as well. So these are those paintings within this series of the roots. And then here we have some paintings which are now Jewish roots. Here is Moses descending from Mount Sinai. So I am really glad that I had the opportunity to paint him as well, to feel him like a bit non-material, descending. And this one is called the Lost Scrolls. Here I was feeling the connection between the infinite care of the archaeologist who is brushing the found scrolls, which were buried 2,000 years ago by people who ran away from their homes near the Dead Sea, because the Romans were after them. And the connection to the taliot, which were found after the Holocaust, which the Nazis just threw all of them together. So there is some tragic connection in my understanding. And these two paintings are just views of the old city, the small bays in the old city, and the spirit is flowing. So there are two more paintings. This room. This one is the road to Jericho. In fact, this is the road to Nabi Musa, which is on the way to Jericho. And I just love the meeting between the sky and the desert in this painting. And this one is Masada, which is the same place where those fugitives, in fact, they didn't even run away, they committed suicide in Masada, right? So I find it very dramatic, and I try to give this dramatic feeling to this hilltop. Thank you.